Again, one a Gen Zer. It's like being a weatherman, you know. Welcome to the 15th Floor, a Radiohead reaction podcast, where a Gen X father tries to convince his Gen Z son that Radiohead is the greatest band of all time by introducing him to Radiohead music one song at a time, where he reacts to it for the first time, and I, a lifelong Radiohead fan, gush about it for the millionth time. But we wanted to do a little update or a little information on the role reversal videos.
Okay. So, it's probably a stupid thing to do this, but I wanted to pre-record some of the role reversal videos, so like, because I'm always wanting to impress my father with the good music, but, so we pre-recorded some videos so it's not always energetic, it's not always what you would expect of Imagine Dragons. So, we have already done the Mercury video, and we've already done another video after that. So, I do appreciate the suggestions. I thought one of the reasons why we pre-recorded is I did not think I'd get so many suggestions from the last role reversal video. So, I do apologize for that.
But the suggestions are good.
Yeah.
There will just be a few more role reversal videos before we get to many of those suggestions because we've actually recorded. There are a few waiting and ready to go.
Yeah.
And we did that again because Jacob wanted to kind of... There was too much space. We were recording those so infrequently that it was hard to get in the right mindset each time. So we just pounded out a few of them. That's why I have short hair, and then I all of a sudden have a long hair in a video, and then the next video I have short hair again. Yeah. Because the role reversal video was actually recorded a week or two prior. Yeah, keep those requests coming in for Imagine Dragons. I think that's a lot of fun. I think I've got to find places to hide in the house because your little sister is playing so much Imagine Dragons now. It's like, that's a song I haven't heard. La, 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 la.
Yeah, I gotta tell her that.
She's all right. I don't care. I don't care what she does. I don't pay attention. No, I'm kidding. I'm a good father. So somebody brought this up, and I think it's I've listened to Atoms for Peace, so I don't know if we'll ever have Jacob react to Atoms for Peace, but The Smile I have not listened to yet. I know what it is. I know it's out there, but I'm excited to get into The Smile, and I have held off listening to The Smile so that we can react to The Smile together. So give your suggestions for The Smile. Where should we start with that? What do you think I'll like? What do you think Jacob will like? Me as a lifelong Radiohead fan, and Jacob still being introduced to Radiohead. So if you've already started listening to The Smile and you've been getting into it, let us know. We can start reacting, and those will be first time reactions for both of us. Yes, today we're going back to In Rainbows from 2007. We are doing Bodysnatchers. We have a lot of suggestions, and Bodysnatchers is right now the leading vote getter for songs to do off of In Rainbows. So that's where we're going. A hard-driving, guitar-driven, fun song, which I won't spoil a lot. But just a couple of the names. Mateusz Wroblewski, Snekinoke, Joe W., Monkberry Moon Delight 29. I feel like that's something that someone tricked me into saying. Playoff Moose, and J.O., Keith Woods. If you've more recently requested this song and I didn't say your name, I apologize. So I won't give any spoilers or talk much about what this song's about. We'll talk a little bit afterwards. Let's, without any more hesitation, here is from 2007's In Rainbows, Bodysnatchers.
I do not understand what it is. I don't know for the holes. Check for calls. Blink your eyes. Won't forget till you know. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
is a good song.
You like it?
This is a song. I don't want to say too much now. I'll try to say a lot after the song, but so far this song is really good.
Good.
I feel like you guys made the right decisions with this song. I feel like this is a nice. I don't want to say too much, but I'll say a lot more of what I'm thinking after the song. This is the first song that I have not heard before today that I like really enjoyed. So
just to clarify, this is the first song that you've heard for the first time on the podcast that you've enjoyed a lot,
as much
as something like Creep or High and Dry, something you had heard before.
Yeah, okay. You guys, you know me more than I know myself. I feel like this is a really good song to show me. I know that Radiohead is a good band. I know that they're respected. I know that, and I respect them as a band. But I never see myself going out on my playlist and putting Radiohead songs in my playlist, unless they're like High and Dry or Creep. But this song is definitely so far the only original song that I've listened to that I will probably add to the playlist because I feel like this is a really good song.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
It's just, for one thing, I like singing like rock pop songs, and this is definitely a song I feel like I would like to sing. The guitar, it's really upbeat. The guitar, I say this all the time. The guitar is probably the best instrument in a classic guitar, bass, drum, vocals. Because that's what you kind of hear the best, and if there's a good guitar, then there's a good, and that's, worst case scenario, it's probably going to be a 5 out of 10.
Yep.
And so it's just really energetic. It's really fun to listen to.
Bodysnatchers is the result of kind of a manic episode for Tom York, where he feels like he's his most productive. He says kind of just before he gets sick, he has a couple of days before that he has manic energy, and this song was put together during one of those times. It was recorded, as a lot of In Rainbows was, in Tottenham House, which is an old decrepit mansion that they camped out around, not camped out around, but they set up around so they could record in it. and Nigel Godrich felt like this would give them kind of inspiration for a feeling, a mood in the album similar to what they had done previously. And this is a very raw song where they just went in, felt the energy of this weird building. Tom York mentions that the lyrics are kind of inspired by old Victorian haunted ghost stories, particularly about kind of mindlessly zombieing your way through life, being told what to do and how to feel, and not reacting to it consciously. He's very proud of the vocals because he did it in one take. He went in. By that time, he was completely out of it and just did the best he could. They had to re-record the guitar. That is Tom playing the guitar. The guitar you like is Tom York. That underlying fuzz guitar is Tom York. In fact, Johnny doesn't play much until the bridge, which is very good, right? When he says, "I'm a lie, 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 lie," and during all the lies that Tom sings, then Johnny gets going there. And Ed does a lot of guitar work, some of the higher end stuff that you hear. And it's a fun one for Phil. It's really fun to watch Tom York play this on guitar while he's singing. It's one of Tom's best in the basement recordings just because he's really into it. I love watching him play this on the guitar. And I like watching Phil break out of his shell a little bit. Phil's a drummer who, like a lot of percussionists, can just get in the zone and look really serious, but he gets really into it when he's doing this one. So it's a lot of fun. What's your score?
Before I say my score, I felt like that I might change the scoring just a little bit.
What? It's just too late in the game. That's it.
So I do feel like I want to give songs a 10. I'm not giving this song a 10. But I feel like I want to give some songs a 10. So like now it's going to go 1 to 10. Kind of the same deal. But then there would be like songs that are so good they don't even deserve to be in a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, okay.
High and Dry is that song that doesn't even deserve to be in a scale of 1 to 10 because I thought High and Dry was really good. Mm-hmm. I forgot what the other one was, but there was another one that I really liked.
Karma Police?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That one is going to be a 10 just because I don't like it as much as High and Dry. This song will be a 9. It will be a 9.
Okay.
The first, I guess I should give it a 10 just because it's the first song that I haven't heard.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep it at a 9 just talking about the song.
Just to keep things objective.
Yeah.
Just to keep things real. Let's go to the kids' artwork here and talk about what the kids heard. This is her drawing. It says approval. And she really latched on to the blink once for yes, 2 for no. And so that's a person blinking. And I thought that was good. Good artwork. And a good interpretation. Instead of just the usual person she would draw, she draws this kind of totem block face. And then she always has to give her qualification. Honestly, I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
We gotta do these earlier in the day.
Yeah, it sounds like I brush your teeth and come back down so you can do a drawing. And then his says, the guy on the right says, your body is snatched. And you can see his expression on his face. He is not thrilled nor displeased. And the guy on the left is saying, oh. Well, whatever that means, I think.
You gotta stop telling them the titles. Just because that's what they...
That is, there's no doubt. His picture was done 2 minutes into the song. Her picture, she waits until the end and tries to think about what lyrics really attached themselves to her. Yeah, In Rainbows they finally have a lot of freedom to do what they want. And they definitely did that with the way they released In Rainbows. And it also brings back some melody-heavy music with not always the same A, B, A, B, C, A, B structure, or C, B structure. It's a very, as far as newer in the library, now that it's, 15 years old, very accessible. Probably more so than Amnesiac, King of Limbs, and A Moon-Shaped Pool. Let's get into this comment because I want to expound on this comment. This is from longtime YouTube listener Coleman Diaz. He says, I'm sorry, he?
No, Coleman.
I know, but says, I don't stress his ratings too much. Oh, too soon to say that because you gave it a good rating this time.
Yep.
I think you should preface it as his first impression rating. This is kind of what you talked about.
That's what. Yeah.
Yep.
answered.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge fan, and even I didn't like some of my favorite songs first listen. Moonshaped Pool in particular is a good example. Jacob should give us his top 3 or favorite songs so far so we can get a better idea of what to recommend. That's pretty cool because you basically
I
just
did all
did that.
of that. High and Dry. Well, I guess High and Dry is hard because that's one I've listened to.
Yes, yeah. I think that's a good suggestion. I think we'll get pretty soon. We've gone through enough of this, and now that you've just kind of announced how you're altering your scale just a little bit, you'll talk about your top 3 songs, why they're your top 3, and maybe even categorize them as songs you had heard before, and then songs that were just brand new to you that spoke to you right away. But I think this is an excellent point, and I like when Radiohead fans admit, as I've admitted, that sometimes some of my favorite songs now on first listen didn't really register with me. In fact, In Rainbows is a good example of that. A lot of people listened to In Rainbows and just gobbled it up, and I listened to it the first time and I thought, okay, that's fine. And it took me a couple listens before everything blended together in the right way. A Moonshaped Pool I latched onto a lot quicker. King of Limbs I latched onto a lot quicker than I thought I would. And I like when Radiohead fans admit that first impression actually doesn't work really well with Radiohead. And I'm getting to this point because I've already had this conversation with a lot of people that I know personally who watch this podcast, and they regularly kind of say, I'm not really getting into it. I have to always clarify to them, I know, because Radiohead is not a pop radio-friendly band. They are an experience, a lot more along the, and I'm not even going to say some of the bands that I would compare them to because people will, how dare you put them in the same sentence as. But you like my impersonation of people? I don't know why people always move like this to me.
Because that's what angry people do.
That's right, yeah. They're a long play, but certainly convert yourself to the entire message, and once you do, it feels like they can't do wrong. Now when I hear a new Radiohead song, sometimes it does take a while to grow on me the way the other ones have, but I immediately now recognize. That's why I'm excited to get into The Smile, because it's finally, since A Moonshaped Pool, a first chance to get into new music by a band that I know will not fail me. I feel the same way about several other bands that I really enjoy that generally don't fail me. So when a new album comes out, I will give it. I'll listen to the thing front to back just because I know it'll work.
I do need to start learning new bands. The only Imagine Dragons is the only band I like. I'm excited for a new album. It's like my playlist is like 80% Imagine Dragons, and then the other 20% are just random songs from different bands. And yeah.
Well, at least you have your favorite band still makes music. Several of my favorite bands have long since broken up.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for a Catherine Wheel reunion that is never going to happen.
Yep.
Last thing that Coleman says that I want to say is you should do the title track soon. That's definitely has ups and downs. Ha ha. The title track of The Bends is not one that a lot of people really love. I've always loved The Bends. I think it has, like he says, a lot of ups and downs. It has a lot of movement to it. It's a fun pop song, but I'm excited to get into that and to have 200 views because it's off of The Bends.
Yep. That's how you do it.
Keep suggesting those Imagine Dragons songs. Keep suggesting new music that we should listen to. We're going to do a lot more of that once the summer rolls around. Now start suggesting some of The Smile. We've already got a few suggestions. Really pile that on so I know what direction to go. I'm excited to hear that stuff. Can't tell you where we're going to go next with Radiohead. Maybe even go a B-side again because we've only scratched the surface there, and I want to get into some of that really good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, do all the good things that help us feel good about ourselves and make us think that we have friends. Give us some suggestions for Jacob's next haircut. Should he go...
Grow it out.
Should he grow it out? He's working on a mullet right now. Yeah, it's pretty... Whew! Continue to love one another. Keep listening to music together. You're now leaving
The 15th floor.